Hello guys and welcome to the Purist Podcast. I'm here with
Mickey.
and we're here to talk boxing. Alright, first we're going to get into the Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte. Now, we touched on it in the last podcast, but I want to talk a bit more specifically about what Povetkin did to set up the final knockout shot. People saying that Whyte was just dominating. Obviously, he knocked him down twice and then obviously got caught with that shot at the end. But when I was watching it, personally, I thought it was quite even. So, like, early on, you see Povetkin, he wasn't even trying to get in a rhythm. Everything he was doing just set up shots. Like, he'll fake a right hand, go inside, touch the body. Even, Povetkin's known for his body shots, right? Both of them are. And they were landing some good body shots. But Povetkin sometimes just touch the body with two left hooks. In the first 4 rounds, pretty much every left hand Povetkin threw was just to the body. Every single time. And Whyte, obviously afterwards, start catching it here, innit?
And then,
start catching it here. And then if you look at the knockout, he touches the head, goes down to the side. And then obviously Whyte is expecting a body shot. If you look at him, his arm is perfectly placed.
Drop that,
to block the body shot. Or a hook up top.
Yeah.
And then Povetkin comes straight
through the middle.
Straight through the middle.
I think they're the things that people didn't take into consideration when this fight was announced. The guy's an Olympic gold medalist. That amateur background and that, like you said, setting things up. From the outside looking in, it looks like, all right, Whyte's dominating. He's controlling it. He's doing what he wants to do. But Povetkin's got he's a boxing man through and through. He's got that pedigree. So the whole time he's in there, he's always going to be setting things up. Like you said, the jab and a little roll off of it to see how he reacts to it. Yeah. So I hear both sides of it. I've had heated debates with a lot of people, mainly Jamaicans, that are riding out for Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that was my feeling towards the fight. I thought, Povetkin, the man knows the game in and out. So even if he's losing rounds, he's obviously getting himself more comfortable and getting used to the way Whyte reacts, which is in the end gonna allow him to set up a shot like he did the uppercut.
Yeah, the reason I went into it so deeply is because after the fight, he literally said, we went on that all camp. We was ready for it. We knew he's been knocked out by the uppercut before. They said, we know he's susceptible to the uppercut.
Who's this, Whyte?
Then Povetkin said that about Whyte.
Okay,
so they knew the uppercut was a punch, innit?
That was worth working on.
Yeah, so I watched it back and I was thinking, you didn't throw one uppercut that whole fight.
Yeah,
and that tells you everything. He didn't throw, not to the head anyway. He didn't throw one single uppercut to the head. Then the one that he did throw to the head, it took man out, innit?
Yeah, that's the levels, man. That's the levels. That's mad. If you're saying that's the first one he threw.
That I can't remember. Watching the whole fight, I don't remember seeing one uppercut to the head.
Yeah. But that shows the levels. And the fact that he's only lost to AJ and Klitschko, I think says a lot. And I think people, when the fight was announced, I don't think people actually deeped how
dangerous it was. Obviously, people see Eddie Hearn saying, it's a dangerous fight. I'm thinking, Eddie, you said that about everyone. It don't matter if it's Ted Cheese, but it doesn't matter who's fighting. It's a dangerous fight. But like you said, Whyte isn't really a seasoned boxer. He always says, I'm always learning. And he really is. Povetkin is an Olympic gold medalist. That's your degree in boxing.
Whyte's he's like a raw physical fighter. He's like a raw animal. He goes in there, but they've fine-tuned him as much as they could. Yeah. But again, like you said, the pedigree of that Olympic background and where they come from as well, it's not easy even getting into the Olympic team, even getting into a national team on them sides. So for him to do that and win that Olympic gold medal shows the levels.
And I think even harder is Povetkin, his style is like Mike Tyson kind of style, where you're suited to professional ranks. The fact that someone who's trying to jab and get on the inside and work the body, that wins an Olympic gold medal, that tells you everything. You're not supposed to with that style.
It's a high level. You're obviously doing that at a very good level. So what are you saying about the rematch? Because they're talking about immediately going into this rematch.
Listen, I pretty much thought Whyte would win until I saw the weigh-in pictures. Yeah. And I thought, you guys are the same height. Yeah. If you're going to be exchanging, I'm going to Povetkin, innit? That's the guy I'm going to choose. But obviously in the fight, Whyte was quite comfortable. Obviously knocked the guy down twice. Even after the second round, they were like massaging Povetkin's legs, trying to... he's 40 years old, isn't it? His legs they're not the same as what they used to be.
What you say about the height difference as well, obviously, I think what makes it seem... I feel like the reasons I thought Whyte would have been a lot taller than him because of the way Whyte boxes and the way all of his punches are long punches. Yeah, even the hooks, long arms. He throws long punches. Povetkin, like you said, he's got little short arms and he works to get on the inside and throw them punches. So if they are trying to exchange hooks and uppercuts and them, the jab, it should work all day for Dillian Whyte. But once he starts hooking and uppercutting with, as they say, you don't hook with a hooker. And if the man's a lot more compact and short and more explosive on the inside than you, then it's always going to be a problem.
Yeah, even the knockout punch, you see Whyte was trying to throw, I showed you, innit?
Yeah.
Whyte was trying to throw a hook.
Left hook.
Left hook. And
I didn't deep that until you showed me because I was thinking, what's he doing with the, because he parried the jab or caught the jab and tried, and it's a pouring right hand. I was getting mad about that. I said, why you like just sticking your hand out like that? This is the pro game, heavyweight. You don't put little soft punches out like that. But it was like a setup shot, innit? He likes to touch that right and whip that left hook. And literally that uppercut come the same time as he was turning his full momentum into his own shot. So,
and that's the thing. I always thought as soon as they get in the exchanges and the throw at the same time, Povetkin's gonna land every time. Every single time it's gonna be Povetkin.
Yeah.
So in the rematch, you're gonna have to watch out for that. And honestly, I can't pick him, innit? Who do you think's gonna win?
Povetkin.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I said it with chest. Ask me again closer to the time. Right now, I have to say Povetkin because, like you said, he just looked comfortable, even though he was getting hurt. But then maybe White has to work on just being a bit more aggressive. And when he does get him hurt, get him out of there. Don't wait about. But then saying that, if he tries to rush against Povetkin, it could also be his undoing. It could be a big mistake.
But even so, with Povetkin being so old, I even said to my little brother before the fight, Povetkin early, Whyte late.
Yeah.
And then Povetkin gets knocked down twice, and my little brother starts looking at me like, "Do you know boxing, bro?" But then obviously you saw what Povetkin done. So I think the same in the rematch. If Whyte can get through the early stages, let the old man feed his legs, then I don't think Povetkin's got anything left.
And how does he do that?
Not try exchange.
Just jab, 1-2, keep it long, tie up on the inside.
Yeah. I don't know if Whyte's got that capability. I've never seen him do it.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
He does it. He looks. When you look at the Chisora fight and the who was the Rivas guy? Yeah, he looked comfortable in doing so. But them guys was very easily.
Yeah, they're not as.
They're manageable. You can keep them at a jab. They ain't got that boxing brain to be setting up shots, slipping or getting on the inside. They just come plodding forward. So it'd be a good test. Good to see.
All right. Obviously, the winner of that fight was for the mandatory for the WBC title. You know they're having the rematch, so that clears the way for.
So you said that again. The
WBC mandatory.
Yeah, well, that was for that.
Yeah. So Whyte's a mandatory. Povetkin beat him, so Povetkin's a mandatory.
It's not a mandatory. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So obviously, when you see the 1,000 days, Dillian Whyte's been the longest.
Yeah, I knew he was there. Yeah.
So yeah, obviously,
but I didn't know you just take his mandatory
spot. Yeah, you take his spot, bro. It's like a belt. You take it. It's yours now, innit? Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep.
Wait, all that time, his spot's gone.
Do you think that was a smart fight for Dillian?
Obviously not. I don't think
now in hindsight it's easy to say that now.
I didn't think the Parker fight was smart for him. I didn't think the Chisora fight was smart for him. Yeah. He's just been taking risk after risk after risk.
But he's come through them.
Yeah, it's come through them. This one obviously didn't come through. But I always tell people, it's like, if you're fighting the best, no one can tell you anything, innit?
Yeah.
It's like, he hasn't had that world title, but he's basically been fighting better opposition than other people have world titles.
Yeah, than the world champions have.
Yeah, exactly.
What the setup for me was weird because it's like, obviously, Dillian Whyte is at the top of his game. He's at the top of, he's at the peak of his career. You know what I mean? And taking a fight in the match room.
Yeah, that
the
no
garden,
crowd.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I thought, given where he is in the game, you would hold out for a massive fight, or if, like you said, you're the mandatory, just wait for the title fight. If it ain't gonna come, then obviously I understand you're a fighter, you want to keep busy, but yeah, man, he got thrown in the deep end.
Do you know, he's his own manager, isn't it? He doesn't have a manager. He's a manager. He manages other fighters. So all decisions come from Dillian Whyte.
Yeah.
So as a fighter, it's gonna always be.
Yeah, but
what's the biggest fight I can get?
But as a fighter, sometimes you gotta be saved from yourself.
Yeah, but he's got no one to save him. That's what I'm trying to say. He's got no manager, innit? He's the manager.
His brother or someone should have stepped in and said, "Bro, you know what I mean? That's a high risk fight. Is it really needed?" Maybe he got big piece for it. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe he got
big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Twitter was trending. Normally after boxing, Twitter don't trend like that. He was trending. Joshua was trending. Whyte was trending. Fury. Everyone was trending. So you can see
a lot of publicity, good exposure.
And the rematch is going to be even bigger. So we're going to get big bank anyway.
Fair enough. Where's the rematch going to be?
Probably London.
Yeah.
They should take it Russia, innit?
100%. Lord Povetkin, I'll be saying, come my back garden.
So yeah, I was saying the WBC mandatory, that's out of the way. They said it was meant to be in February, would have been, but they said now Povetkin's a mandatory, we're gonna postpone it, innit? So that means Fury versus Wilder. That should be on. But Wilder's team, the radio silence, no one's heard a word from these guys in a very long time.
Yeah, now you say that, they've been
quiet.
Social media, nothing been said.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I always thought, even though Dillian Whyte had the mandatory, I never thought they was gonna stop the
rematch.
Yeah, I didn't think nothing was gonna get in the way of that because too much money's on the line in that fight. But yeah, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if there's talk of step aside money or maybe follow up fights. Maybe what if they say to Wilder, look, let my man go straight into the AJ fight, Fury AJ. and Wilder just take on the winner. Maybe there's in them situations with them fighters and them belts that's on the line, there's going to be a lot of politics going on behind the scenes. The powers that be are going to be trying to pull each person each way, you know what I mean? So maybe that's why the hold up is, who knows.
So who do you think wins, Fury, Wilder 2?
3.
Yeah, 3.
Keep
All right.
Fury hands down, you know what I mean? You can't go against him, but it's heavyweight boxing, you know what I mean? You can't.
Especially Wilder, innit?
You can't say, and the thing is, he could take his eyes off the prize now. Now that he was at them heights, he got himself so fired up to go out there and do what he did. It's understandable that it might not be as easy to get motivated for the third fight.
I think that problem with Fury is gone now. If you see him on the BT broadcast on Saturday, he was talking about I train Monday to Friday twice and Saturday once. Whether I've got a fight, whether I'm having a bender, whatever it is straight just training all the time. So he's always fit, he's always at fighting weight.
So what does that mean? He's always ready?
Yeah, he's always ready. So
what,
I'm saying,
you think AJ wasn't more than ready when he boxed with Ruiz? You think he went in the gym 2-3 times a day, every day as well as Saturday?
You know, there's one interview done, he had a medical condition they found out after the fight, Joshua. That's why when he was in the corner, I was asking, why do I feel like this? Because he had the actual...
What's the medical condition?
I can't remember. I'm not a doctor, bro.
This is a whole nother topic of this. I don't know if we're going to go over that, because we'll get heated on that topic. I don't know if you're trying to justify
his loss. He said that after he beat Ruiz, innit? That's when he revealed it, innit? So man said, you know
let's save that debate for another day.
Go on, now Fury Joshua then. After, let's say Fury beats Wilder, or they step aside. Fury Joshua.
Fury all day.
How?
All day, peppers him, touches his foot and jabs his face, him.
Jordan dudes
on special. I just, we've had this debate, and I just feel, it's Fury. AJ is Fury's toughest opponent. Yeah. Fury's toughest opponent by far. The style, the height, the weight, all of them things is a hard fight. But Fury on his game, I don't think anyone can win.
I think Fury wins, but my only thing is it's the disrespect people give Joshua, isn't it? People
who?
I'm saying people. I didn't say anyone. I just said people. I said
nah,
people.
Man.
There's witnesses in the room. But I said people. My thing is people are like Fury's gonna go in there, just gonna bash him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing about Fury, he always bigged up Deontay Wilder. Every single time, always bigging him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time say I was gonna smash Joshua, or whatever. Klitschko was gonna beat Joshua. He said Charles Martin was gonna beat Joshua. With Wilder, he always backs him. I think. Just that from that history of him always getting onto Joshua, always saying bad things about him. I think not even a fearful thing. I think he knows
respect.
That's like it's like Crawford versus Spence. They both know once we fight, that shows you. Yeah. That's who's who. And I think Fury from early knew me and Joshua, both British. We're gonna show you who's who of the heavyweight division. I still pick Fury, but I know Joshua's gonna push him. That's the only thing I'll say. Joshua will push him. It's not gonna be easy. Not just going to go in there, jab man's head off, innit? It's going to be tough.
Cool. I can see him switch it in, southpaw, hand behind his back, pop, 2-3s, moving, rolling, hands down. Yeah, I don't think AJ gets near him. And I don't even think AJ is a hard enough puncher to have a puncher's chance.
As in, like, one won't do it, innit? I know what you mean. Like,
yeah. Like, Wilder can obviously land that one in losing 11 rounds, land that one and your legs are gone jelly. Yeah. And all he's got to do is get on top of you. Where AJ, I feel like he's a combination puncher. When he does get you on the inside and he gets 3-4 shots off, he's going to hurt you, but I think it's going to be hard for him to get landed them 2-3 shots against Fury.
Going back to Dillian Whyte, me personally, I always wanted him to see him get his shot at a world title. Like, he deserves it, innit? He's been fighting better opposition than some of the champions.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, do you think against Joshua, Fury, Wilder, he could beat any of those three?
Styles against styles make fights. I do believe them three are a level above. I do believe them three are the elite. And obviously, I feel like it sounds silly when you say it about Wilder now because of how bad he got beat by Fury. I feel like there's a big argument about, look how poor he actually is.
He is poor, but it's that power, innit?
It's a game changer. It's a game changer. Whether it's, you know what I mean, whether he deserves, like, whether he works for it or whether he's just blessed with it, it's a game changer. You put him in the ring, like he said, he's got 12 3-minute rounds to land one of them punches to change the fight.
Until you get knocked out in the 7th round.
Yeah, if that happens. But Dillian Whyte, I just don't think he has that, you know what I mean, that X factor. I feel like he's got nothing that special.
Innit? Nothing special, innit?
AJ he's a specimen. You ain't gonna bully AJ on the inside. You ain't gonna do it on his game, you know what I mean?
Whether people like or not, Olympic gold, innit? There's a reason he goes through Povetkin, he goes through certain fighters, innit? Even
when he was struggling against Povetkin, he managed to pull it out and turn it around. I just don't think Dillian Whyte has that. But that being said, it's a fighting game. It's a sport, fighting sport. 12 rounds, anything can happen. Dillian Whyte always has a chance. And yeah, he does deserve his shot at him. Me personally, it's not something I want to see. I'm happy just to see them top three. I think Fury go bang out Wilder. Fury go beat AJ, fight AJ for all the belts. I believe Fury wins that, and I believe AJ and Wilder still a massive fight on the end of that.
Yeah, I think
get them fights out of the way.
It don't matter who beats who or what happens. As long as you lot fight each other, that's it.
Yeah. Because it is a golden era, man, for heavyweight boxing. When we've been gone so long, you're talking about whether you want to compare the level of them to the back in the days of the Arlies and the Lewises and all of them. Man. I know that people are gonna say level ain't nowhere near that and all that, but in terms of excitement. That these fights generate. I ain't seen a heavyweight mix like that for a long time. So I feel like it's a waste if you don't throw them all in together. And this is what the sport is about, man. I feel like everyone's too scared about this. Staying undefeated, all this and that, and their records and their like public image. You get banged out, you get laid out on the floor. It happens. But if you come back, that's what makes you a real champion. You know what I mean? But you're avoiding that situation. I feel like you lose credibility for me if the fights don't happen.
Staying with heavyweights, but changing it a little bit. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Both the dates that they've had confirmed, the one that got changed and this one, it has been the same day as Canelo has been trying to get his fight. And Roy Jones came out and said, listen, at the end of the day, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones, you're watching that over Canelo versus anybody.
All day.
All day.
All day.
I can't lie. Even, obviously, we know Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones is not elite. It's not elite boxing, right?
Yeah.
It's exhibition, whatever you're going to say it is.
Yeah.
But it's Mike Tyson,
It's Mike Tyson.
It's Roy
and
Jones.
It's Roy Jones Jr. This is the entertainment business. Boxing is the entertainment business. What are you going to be more entertained by? Seeing Roy Jones, the fact to add to it that no one knows what level they're going to be at, what they're going to bring, if they're going to try and bang each other out. You don't know what you're going to get. I think it's excitement. I think it's exciting for the fans. It's
even a fight, like, I've seen it so many times in my comments on Instagram, and everyone talk about, Roy Jones just fought a bum at heavyweight. He could never have fought Tyson.
Yeah.
I think it was you who showed me. It's like when Roy won his heavyweight title, that was around the time Tyson was getting knocked out by Clifford Etienne or whatever.
Yeah. It was only way done. What year Roy Jones won his title in the 2000s?
I think it was 04, 03.
03 or something. He got Mike Tyson got knocked out by Danny Williams in 04. So So again, everyone says about peak Mike Tyson, but obviously them days weren't peak Mike Tyson. When Roy Jones, it's a shame he didn't take the fight because it would have been wicked to see. But still, that being said, I'm just as excited about it now. And I feel like anybody from our generation upwards that got to watch prime Roy Jones and prime Mike Tyson is gonna be buzzing about this fight.
I'll be real with you. I guarantee if you go to like a primary school or something, ask them, do you know who Mike Tyson is? 90% of the kids like, yeah. The
name.
Ask them, who's Canelo Alvarez? They look at you, are you mad?
No idea.
No
and
clue,
who could Canelo possibly fight that would make you even consider missing?
Floyd Mayweather, innit?
That's about it. That's about it.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
And even that, you think I've seen already, he's going to get banged out. Even Golovkin the third time, I don't think.
Nah, Golovkin, I want. It's a good fight, but you know you're gonna get two strong men coming and having a good fight, and it is a good fight. But that's definitely getting put on record. I'm going to watch live Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, and I'll come back to Canelo later on.
I think especially if he fights Avni Yildirim, who got knocked out in 2 rounds by Chris Eubank Jr. There's no way I'm watching Canelo beat. Is
that who that guy was?
Yeah.
Raw. I knew I heard the name. I knew the name. I didn't know where from. Eubank stopped him in 2 rounds.
I don't know if it was 2 rounds, but it was quite quick, innit? Literally, as soon as Eubank put it on him. Yeah, you just got him out of there. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. Thank you.
Don't bring him to the table, man. Leave him at home. I'll pay Canelo just to not
fight him.
Yeah. Don't take that fight. I'll give him the pay-per-view money.
The zone won't let him anyway. They said obviously the zone are struggling right now.
So they need the sales. So they need the big fights.
Because of COVID and there was no boxing, no sports, anything. Yeah. They had no income. Literally, they've been losing money as it is. They had no income. They're saying, Canelo, if you're coming back, we need income, innit?
Fight.
Can't be fighting.
So who they trying to push the Billy Joe Saunders?
Yeah. And Billy Joe's acting like he's not ready.
Yeah.
Remember, we spoke Poker about this before. He was out of shape. He said, no one's ready. No one's in shape. He's never met Ramirez in his life.
But also, Billy Joe as well. I feel like them sort of fights, man, you can't be calling them out your whole life and then turn around and say you're not ready. I don't want to hear that, man. As a professional athlete, at the top of your game, knowing that how much you reckon you're going to get for that? Billy Joe, whoever fights.
If Canelo got 5 million and the zone are paying over the odds.
Who got 5 million?
Khan.
Yeah,
Canelo. So if that's Khan, he really never had a shot.
And he moved up in weight. Billy Joe Saunders being a champion at that weight already.
And everyone was laughing at the Khan fight.
Yeah. So Billy Joe's got to look upwards between 5 to 10, closer to 10s. I reckon 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. So and the zone want Callum Smith, and that would be a very good fight. Also,
2 million.
2 million to Saunders.
Yeah.
Okay, they're taking the piss. Don't take that fight. Billy Joe, don't take that fight.
No wonder he's not ready, bro.
Nah, I'm not ready
at
either.
that stage in his career, you can't get motivated for that, man. So that's a libby. That's the problem with the politics in boxing. That's a libby in itself. You know what the man's generating. You know what money's being generated from that fight. So 2 million is chump change in terms of what it should be worth.
They want Callum Smith for the fight. Callum Smith is a WBC diamond champion. So he should have a shot for the WBC title at some point. If Canelo fights Callum Smith, that would be a great fight. That might rival Tyson thing for me, I can't lie, because I like Callum Smith. But I'll still watch a Tyson fight.
Yeah. Pure excitement.
Exactly.
You ain't coming close to that. But in terms of, probably one of the top pound for pound boxers today in Canelo being tested, Callum Smith will
much
be...
bigger guy as well.
Yeah. Callum Smith is the real test. But I can't see... You said the zone are trying to make that happen. I can't see...
Canelo wanting that.
Canelo's people, his handlers, whoever, on that.
I think they offered. They've been in negotiations with Smith before, isn't it?
Yeah. It seems like a fight that should be able to be done if both parties want it.
Obviously it's up to Canelo. Pretty much anything.
What about Oscar De La Hoya come back? Fry him in there.
That's not gonna happen. That's I don't think it will happen. I don't know who's gonna fight him. Obviously, people are gonna line up to fight him, but I just don't take it seriously. Also, I shouldn't be disrespectful, but we know he's got a history of certain.
Did you hear Dana White's comment?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying, isn't it? Like
disrespect, but it's truth. It's truth.
Yeah,
what
it's
else?
truth. And
Either it's that. You need money, you're struggling, which obviously ain't the case. He's a big businessman, he's got his own businesses. The other side is, again, what we said about boxers earlier on, he's saving for himself. You know what I mean? He must be mad, he must be sitting on board, whatever it is.
Even someone who dabbles in that kind of thing, you have to think about the guy's mental health, innit?
Yeah.
He must be up and down. Sometimes he's feeling like this, feeling like
100%,
that.
100%.
I think if it's like a Tyson versus Jones thing, with him versus Mayorga, I'll watch that.
Mayorga?
Yeah, Ricardo Mayorga, I'll watch that easily.
Him and Maidana?
Yeah, him. I'm not sure about Maidana.
Why?
He's a bit young still.
Maidana? Yeah, but he's about 43 stone at the moment, isn't he?
He's always having comebacks, so he always loses away.
Yeah. I like the guy, but
Yeah, but something like that, I wouldn't mind, innit? But see him fight someone young,
a young, hungry fighter.
Even Conor McGregor will knock him out, bro.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Just got to take him rounds, innit? But he's old, though. He's old.
Yeah. He shouldn't be in the ring. Bottom line.
That'd be a good fight, though.
No. Only time I want to see McGregor back in the ring is Malignaggi. No?
Conor Malignaggi.
Come on, bruv.
Yeah,
you
that's
want to pay for that? I'll pay for
it.
I'll pay for the press conferences.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all I need, bruv. Just a P5.
You stole my side piece. You see my side piece? Yeah, I'll pay for that alone, bruv.
Yeah. But anyway, last week, not even last weekend, on Saturday, Viktor Postol and Jose Ramirez. They fought. Ramirez is a WBO and WBC champion for the 140-pound division. He fought Viktor Postol.
He's a WBO and WBC?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. 140, below like junior welterweight. So it's him and...
But I thought what's his name had all the belts.
No, he's got two of them.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor's got two. He's got two.
I thought that was the unification against...
No. They're trying to build that unification. That was just two belts for the WBS.
Him and...
Progress.
Yeah.
Just two belts.
Okay. I thought that was all the belts on them.
No. But they're the 1 and 2 in the division, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, Ramirez got 2 belts. It was a close fight. Obviously, Ramirez won it. He's the home fighter. Obviously, people scheming robbery and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I wanted to touch...
Who won it?
Ramirez.
Yeah, I'm never saying robbery. Everyone think...
Not everyone. It was a close fight.
But there's enough people saying, yeah.
Obviously, him and Josh Taylor, they're both top rank. They've got all the belts. They're going to fight. Personally, I don't see a way Ramirez can beat Taylor. Taylor's special, innit? I've never really rated Ramirez that high.
Josh Taylor, my favourite, probably him and Fury, comfortably, I say my favourite British fighters. I think them lot are levels above. You can put them in the ring with anybody in their weight and they're going to cause problems.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of Josh Taylor. I think,
I want to touch on is Terence Crawford. When he was at 140, everyone was saying he was fighting bums, this, that. When he beat Postol, I can't remember 3 punches that Postol landed on Crawford.
Yeah.
He's fought Josh Taylor. That was a close fight.
Who boxed Josh Taylor?
Postol boxed Josh Taylor. It was a close fight.
Pushed him, yeah?
Yeah, pushed him. That's when people knew, okay, Josh Taylor's actually the real deal.
Yeah.
And that's him coming, not a war, but you know his style. He's going to have a tear up.
Yeah.
So
what are you getting at? levels of
James
Crawford.
Crawford is different level.
Yeah.
innit?
I've said this. I've said this from day dot. It's different. You know what I mean? The guy for me, pound for pound, he's up there. Top 1, top 2, top 3 max. Yeah, anyone's debate has to be.
So that's what I was thinking. If he was to go down to 140, or these guys were at the same time as 140, the Josh Taylors, the Jose Ramirez, don't matter who it was, he would have.
Yeah.
Iced them.
I think what's his name? Josh Taylor would push Crawford a lot more than a lot of people will. But Crawford, for me, the way he finds a way, he's got all the ability to do anything he wants in that boxing ring. But the most noticeable thing is the brains. You know, the way he susses his opponents out and breaks them down
Quickly as well.
Yeah.
The most scary thing about a fighter is in the first round, you don't know what stance he's fighting out.
Yeah.
You never know what to prepare for. You have to get southward partners.
I remember when he come Ricky Burns, boxed Ricky. That's the first time I see him when he boxed Ricky Burns in Scotland, I think. Come out Southpaw, bad man up Southpaw. No one's ever seen this before. Imagine that you train your whole camp for a certain style. Man just switches it all like that, effortlessly as well.
The worst part is I haven't watched the fight back, but when I first watched it, I wasn't that impressed by him.
Who?
Crawford
Against Burns.
Yeah.
Burns was a comfortable boxer in them days. I think that's what I can't say. Oh yeah, straight away you knew that guy was pound for pound fighter, but I thought, right, that guy he comfortably
made it look easy, innit? Every round as well.
Dissected him, but
yeah. All right, now we're gonna switch gears and talk about our fighters. Last Wednesday, Ryan he fought Lee McGregor.
Team Fizz.
He got stopped in the 5th round, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just talk to us a bit about less the fight. Let's talk about the experience more so than the fight. So
experience for me personally, obviously, we had Ramirez Mahmood. I don't know if you want to chat about that after, but Ramirez would have been about 4 weeks ago, I believe, on a Frank Warren show, and that was me and the whole camp's first experience of a big bill like that. That was obviously live on BT Sport, co-headline of the
Joe Joyce,
Michael Wallish or something, co-main event of that fight. So it's a big bill. That was my first experience of that, and this was very similar in a sense. It weren't live on this side of it was live on ESPN and IFL London YouTube channel. But yeah, the same sort of thing. Big build up to it. We had to do the quarantine, the lockdown for 3 days. So we was in a hotel up in Wakefield, which is by Doncaster. We was there from Monday to Wednesday, lockdown, and it was just new. I think it was just little things. It was a lot for me to take in. So for Ryan's point of view as a fighter, obviously we spoke briefly, but he ain't actually touched down. But I can tell it was a whole new experience for him. You know what I mean? Especially coming from the small hall shows, that's all they've ever done before.
Can you talk about the fight?
Yeah, the fight. I feel like it's a good fight for the fans' point of view. You know what I mean? They both, from the first bell, went at it. They got straight in the middle of the ring, started letting bombs go. I feel like, obviously, I've spoken to Ryan about it, a bit annoyed with him in terms of the game plan. He allowed the game plan to go out the window. And again, it's hard to be annoyed with him or upset with him because he's going into the unknown. He went into a situation he's never been in before. So this is boxing. Everyone can look good in the gym and look comfortable in a comfortable environment. When you take yourself and put yourself as the away fighter on a away show against all odds, 14-1 underdog he was on certain bookmakers odds. So yeah, there was a lot to take on. So it was hard. It's gonna be hard to keep focus, maintain that discipline and stick to the game plan. But yeah, first round, man, he just he said, "Yeah, let's go." He just started throwing bombs, and they went at it, and he done well. He can keep his head up higher from that performance he put in. He done himself proud. But yeah, definitely feel like he should have learned a lot from that, and he can only come back better from that experience.
Talk about the Ramirez Mahmood fight.
Ramirez Mahmood's fight is a cracking fight. Both he was boxing Chris Bourke. Chris Bourke was, I can't remember his record. I don't think he had as many fights as Ramirez Mahmood professionally, but as an amateur, top end amateur, you know what I mean? Boxing internationally, done all that, so he had all that experience. They was building him up already to be a big star in boxing. And it was a weird one, man, because it's like we knew the guy was a puncher. Our game plan was to just stay calm 3-4 rounds, get out of them the early rounds, and just get into a rhythm and then take over the fight. But he actually took a big left hand in the second round, perforated his eardrum. He didn't even tell me till after we got out of the ring. After I started saying, "Ramirez, you got to go see the doctor. He's looking at me, saying, "Man, I can't hear you." my ears a bit muffled. But I thought I've been screaming instructions for the last 10 rounds, and now you want to tell me you can't even hear what I'm saying. But perforated eardrum, I've never had it, but anyone in boxing will say it's not nice. Your balance is gonna affect your balance. It's gonna affect a lot of things. And Ramirez is not the most. How do I say it in a polite way?
Oh, you're just put me on the spot.
He's not got the best.
He's not the pretty. Yeah,
he's not got the prettiest footwork. He's a bit. Yeah, with Ramirez, he's gonna come forward. He's gonna push you for 10 hard rounds. He's gonna be in your face. He ain't gonna go nowhere. He's brave. He's strong. He's fit. He's dedicated. He's got a beautiful jab, beautiful 1-2. Does the basics very well. But yeah, having a fighter like Bork that's got lovely footwork. He comes from the amateur background, dropping his hands, moving his head, slipping and rolling, dancing around the ring. You're going to need all them things, the balance and all them things to stay on top of him and stay with him. And obviously having the perforated eardrum in the second round obviously made it hard for him. But same again, showed the heart, showed the desire and the passion for the sport, stayed in there for 10 hard rounds and actually won the last 3 or 4 rounds and lost a very close split decision, 2 points within the fight. So, and I'm over the moon. And personally, I believe that was, I'll give Ramirez a 6 out of 10 on that performance in terms of what I know he's capable of. So, he would only learn undoubtedly going to come back stronger.
Experience again from that kind of things.
Going to come back stronger, fitter and better and more prepared next time.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to touch on as well. So obviously, his perforated his eardrum the second round. He can't hear anything. He don't know what's going on. A lot of fighters would have quit.
Yeah.
Take the easy way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been done. It's been done.
What do you make of quitting in boxing in general?
Oh,
my thing is, yeah, if I'm there, yeah, like let's say I'm having a brawl with someone, forget take it outside the ring.
Yeah.
And this guy is beating me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would have been kept going. You gotta knock me out, lay me out. If I'm getting beaten up, I'm out now, innit?
Enough's enough.
If I know I can't win, I'm out, innit?
Yeah.
If I'm on TV, my family's watching, my friends is watching, Instagram's blowing up, a man's battering me for 6 rounds, innit? And I'm sitting on my stool in the 6th round going,
what you saying? You're saying done.
It's not worth it, innit, man? I got a puffy eye.
What you saying? No
my
mas,
lips bust. I won't say no mas, say, bro, coach. Tell them I can't go on. Tell them you're pulling me out, innit?
I'll keep that in mind when we're next in the gym training, but if I'm preparing you for a fight.
Nah, you know me in the ring, though, innit?
Nah. But I hear what you're saying. I feel like it depends, man. It's hard because obviously when you say quitting, there's different ways. From a fighter just saying, right, I'm done, I don't want no more. Or for instance, at the AJ fight, you know what I mean, where he was in the corner, people saying he didn't say I'm quitting, but people saying body language, he didn't really want to be in there.
Like he gave up mentally, innit? He didn't quit, but he already gave up.
I feel like he was broken mentally. Ruiz broken mentally. So I feel like I'll be shocked, and I always will be shocked when you see a fighter quit. If turn outright say, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
You know what I mean? I feel like the corner should have that role, and I feel like a fighter, like going back to Ryan Walker, Team Fizz, in the 5th round, the stoppage. A lot of people said premature stoppage. Ryan was going nuts. He wasn't having none of it. You know what I'm saying? As he got up from the count, he had his back to me. So I'm watching the ref's eyes, and I'm watching the ref talk to him. And the ref saying, "Oh, you're right, you're right." I can't see what the ref can see. I can't see what he's in his eyes. He got to 8 and just waved it off. A lot of people said premature. He was on his feet from about 4 or 5 seconds, looked strong. And he was going mad about it. But the same thing I said to him was in the sense that the ref, I don't know what he see in your eyes. He might see they weren't 100% focused. But at the same time, you was warring for 5 rounds. You was coming off second best a few of the times. Quite obviously more times than you was coming off better. And maybe the ref knew that if he lets you go back in there, you're going to go straight back out there with your heart, wearing your heart on your sleeve and going to go out there and try and war to redeem yourself, which then in the end is going to cause problems. So when you talk about quitting, Ryan was at the other end. He was going nuts. He was saying, "No, I want to fight. And in all honesty, I would rather see that from a fighter. I feel like you need to see that in a fighter. You know what I mean? They got to have that dogfight in them. And the moment they quit once, I think that's going to be with them for life. I think if you can, as a fighter, if you ever quit in that ring, unless there's a serious issue, even I don't even think there's too many excuses or reasons for you to even say quit. Because how many men have boxed with a broken hand? Danny Williams. We were talking about Mike Tyson. No, not Mike Tyson fight. Mark Potter with a dislocated shoulder. My man's shoulder's flapping like that. He said, "Nah, coach, give me one more round. When they banged him out left hook. So, yeah, for me, the quit thing's a no.
There's one video on YouTube,
Yeah.
So I just search Victor Ortiz quits, and then it's Victor Ortiz quits like a puta, innit?
Yeah. Who against?
Maidana. Yeah, and there's it's like the whole fight, the whole video has just music in it of like saying like Puta.
Yeah.
Then at the end, it's cuts to an interview of him. Yeah, he's got a black eye, bust lip. He's been beaten up. He's been knocked down, and he said, "Listen, I'm young. I don't deserve to get beaten up like this." And then it goes straight back to calling him.
He quit. I think.
Like, what do you think of fans who see boxers who quit and then start criticizing them for it?
But if they've never been punched in the face with a 8-ounce boxing glove, then don't talk shit, innit? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The fans are the quickest people to talk shit. But yeah, if you ain't been punched in the face in an 8-ounce glove with them built up wraps underneath, they don't talk shit about quitting. You know what I mean? Because yeah, that's no joke. Them small gloves ain't no joke. Victor Ortiz at Maidan, I'm just touching down on that fight. That was a war though, innit?
Yeah.
That was a war. You just reminded me of that. But saying that, Victor Ortiz, I felt like he had a lot of issues throughout his career.
He quit a few times
yes,
as well.
Again, once, I feel like once you've done it once, you know what I mean? Even against the Mayweather, what he done, we was trying to apologise, hug him and touch him and feed him up and all that. I don't know what that was about. So, you know what I mean? I think he's got a bit of a weird mentality, but yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Purist podcast. I've been with your host,
Mickey.
And it's your boy, the Purist. We'll see you next time.